How's it going, my fellow droners? This is Farmer Boy again, and I don't think I'll get much flying in today on this beautiful day, as I've got a 400-mile tow truck road trip to go on. But I made some progress on my evaluation of whether or not you should fly FPV, and I wanted to share a trick that I tried. I noticed DRL only uses like 20% of my old-ass GPU. So on Velocidrone, to get it close, I turned down the graphics, the actual graphics, until it wasn't quite pinning it at 100%. And when Danny and I were flying the other day, I was like, you know, it had turned back up. So I turned it down to 800 by 600, which is what our goggles usually are for resolution. And there's my sister in the car. Anyways, I just started mobbing immediately, and I find it hard to find a sim that'll fly like a real drone when you can't even get the sims to fly like each other. But I think it's helped my practice out immensely. I went back to flying on the Real Bird, 25-degree yaw angle mix, whatever, where you just change the FPV angle in Betaflight, and it does the mixer for you. And I tried that on the sim, and it definitely was way too, because you've got a stall and you've got a AS number in Betaflight, and then you've got a fulfilled number. And for that yaw angle mix, it AS way more than it fulfills as far as the mixer when you're making quick, hard maneuvers. And so when I tried it on the sim, it was like, whoa. I mean, I could probably get away with like 5%, you know, when messing with it. But for the most part, it flies similar enough going back and forth that I just leave that off on the simulator and leave it on the real life, because the simulator's just too perfect of a world. That said, mobbing laps at 800 by 600. I don't know if that's because that's what our goggles run, so it's something square screen that I was used to and was able to adapt faster, or if my graphics card's old enough that by only running it, because when I did that, it was only running it at like 40%. If it had faster times under lesser load. I guess the way to test that theory would be to just buy a newer graphics card and try it. On both full resolution and low resolution. But if any of you guys are running on a laptop or something that's possibly struggling, I know everybody's like, it's a $2,000 laptop. That don't mean shit, really. Or it's a GTX 1080. It's a laptop graphics card. It's starving for voltage. It's starving for heat cooling. It's in a small form factor. If it could run just as good in that form factor as it would in a great big tower, they wouldn't be so big in the great big tower. There's advantages to it. So just try it. I mean, when you're going back and forth to flying real birds in simulators, try dropping your resolution, because like I say, it could be just the fact that we fly in that lower resolution. I have felt like, since I've been flying my DJI FPV, that it's a lot more like flying the sim, and I think it's because you're flying on an HD screen, great big screen, and you're flying on an HD screen, great big screen, that they're comparable, because at the end of the day, you're adding inputs on what you see to the, you're adding inputs to the drone from what you see, and so getting your video the same, I seriously doubt they make like a 240 hertz, anything less than 1080p. But it'd be interesting to try and find. And I think, as far as I'm concerned, when I get a 240 hertz, it's just going to be a 1080p. I mean, 4K for drone simming, which is pretty much all the gaming I do. Is it really worth it? But that's just an update. I feel like, yeah, a simulator's a great tool. I still kind of lean back on my old, you should be flying real packs too. But I feel like they're always going to be different. So if you don't get out and fly real packs with the sim, you're gonna pick up bad habits from the sim. That's just all there is to it. You don't get that immediate when you barely skim a gate and it trims the prop off. But yeah, it's still early in the season. I'm still crashing a lot. I'm still running the backyard track, not the field track, and still figuring out drones. So, but stay tuned for more videos. I'm trying to pop out a lot more videos. Hopefully we can get this race group set up and get better gear and get things more organized, because I feel like if I can't put the time in to get faster flying the bird, there's a lot of improvement areas for me to improve on, and organization and having the parts where I need it so I can find them when I need a repair, even at the house, is something I'm going to work on. So stay tuned for more organization videos and quick hacks, and especially I'm being more budget friendly this year. I am bringing back some of my beginner hacks that I've used. I got one for battery straps and stuff, something that's not 100% as good as the original, like say battery straps, but is dirt cheap, and it kind of teaches you not to crash, because your battery will eject, but it'll still hold the battery on. Anyways, that'll be another video. Got the cool prop tools. Let me know if you guys want to see anything. Farmer Boy out.